So The Whale is the latest film from director Darren Aronofsky that is based on the play of the exact same name. In the film, we follow a character named Charlie portrayed by Brendan Fraser who, after a certain series of events, he binged ate out of guilt, and because of this, he has become morbidly obese to the point where he is on death's door. And in an attempt to do something right with his life, he attempts to reconnect with his estranged daughter portrayed by Sadie Sink. Alrighty guys, so let's get into The Whale.
Excellent!
I enjoy Darren Aronofsky as a filmmaker, even though, and I cannot deny this myself, guys, Darren Aronofsky makes films that are tough pills to swallow. When it comes down to The Whale, I'd want to see The Whale for one reason and one reason only. Brendan Fraser, who to me is one of the most endearing and likable actors in Hollywood. I've been a fan of his ever since I saw The Mummy. I really enjoyed him a lot in Encino Man, and I'm gonna say something. I think Looney Tunes Back in Action is underrated. I've been hearing so many good things about Brendan Fraser's performance and how gut-wrenching he is in this movie. So, because of that, guys, I was so excited to see The Whale, and man, let me tell you all right now, The Whale is a very good film that borders on greatness. One thing I do want to touch upon before I go on to the performances is Darren Aronofsky's directing this movie. I enjoyed the way that Darren Aronofsky made this movie, and here's the thing to you guys. This is a movie that had me absorbed in the drama of it all, even though, like I mentioned before, to you guys, this is a movie that I can see why some people are not a fan of the way that Aronofsky made this film, into which I will talk about later on, but personally on my end, I enjoyed the way that Aronofsky made this film, and that is for one particular reason, which I will talk about later on. If you're not going to see The Whale for Darren Aronofsky, to which I understand, see this film for the performances, which all around are incredible. Sadie Sink does such an amazing job of portraying this character that has such a grudge and is full of so much anger against not only the entire world, but especially against her father due to what her father did. The way that Sadie Sink portrays this anger against Brendan Fraser's character, I thought was just absolutely astonishing. Hong Chau's performance in this movie is so damn good, and like Sadie Sink, she has this anger towards Charlie, but for different reasons altogether. Her character wants Charlie to get help so bad, even to the point where she is just screaming at him saying, "You can get help right now! You can save your life right now! Why are you doing this to yourself, man?" One scene in particular where, oh my god, to say that I was crushed due to one scene with her is an understatement. Guys, there are no words to describe how phenomenal Brendan Fraser's in this movie. Brendan Fraser's performance in this movie, simply put, is Oscar worthy. And as a matter of fact, I hope he wins that damn Oscar. His performance in this movie is full of guilt, remorse, regret, and the conviction that Brendan Fraser brings in this role is just out of this world incredible. There are scenes in this movie, guys, where Brendan Fraser doesn't even need dialogue. Just looking into his eyes alone, you could see the pain and the guilt in his eyes for the pain that he has caused in his past. Brendan Fraser ripped my heart out and broke it into a million pieces. He is that good in this movie. He is a character that, despite being on the brink of death in this movie, Charlie is a character that is just an optimistic guy full of positivity. And I relate to that because, if you guys know me personally, I'm a person that's full of optimism and full of positivity and sees the optimism in people and the positivity in people. I had mentioned this earlier and I'm bringing it back to talk about it for one specific reason, and that is Darren Aronofsky's directing. He makes many scenes in this movie that might be uncomfortable, but my god, in my case, I could not look away. There is another particular reason why I really enjoy this film, and that's because of this. The world that this film is set in is a shitty world with not the greatest people. It really isn't. But this is a movie that, even though it is hard to watch and it is quite depressing at times, nonetheless at the end, there's still a sense of optimism and hope that Brendan Fraser's character instills in everybody around him. And the message that I got from this film altogether was that even though we live in a very shitty time with very shitty people, that people are capable of good, that people are capable of being amazing. And the ending,
well, that's just fucking great!
While I thought The Whale was a really good film, I don't think The Whale is a great film. While I personally enjoyed the way that Aronofsky directed this film, I can see why many people out there are either not liking his direction or have been offended by his directing this movie. I'm gonna say a statement that I know many people don't like hearing, but I truly believe it. The Whale is not gonna be everyone's cup of tea, especially the way I have seen people react to this online. I see both sides here. As you all could have imagined, The Whale is not an easy watch. It really is not an easy watch. The Whale is a movie that will gut-wrench you. It will tear your heart apart, and it's a movie that will most likely put you in a mood. This is a movie that you really have to be prepared to watch. As much as I liked it, I don't see myself rewatching it often. I can't see myself rewatch this movie very often. Like, it is a difficult watch.
And here we go.
So overall, The Whale is a very good film that borders on being great. I can completely understand why some people are being rubbed the wrong way from Darren Aronofsky's direction, but if anything, the reason to see this movie are the performances, especially Brendan Fraser, who I'm hoping not only gets nominated for an Oscar, I'm hoping that Oscar is in his hands next year. The Whale is not an easy watch, but I do think it's a very absorbing watch nonetheless, guys. All in all, I'm gonna give The Whale a 3.5 out of 5. The Whale is a movie that I really do think you're either gonna like it or you're gonna hate it. Personally, on my end, I really like The Whale. So comment down below and let me know, what is a polarizing film out there that you personally loved? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat, so if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links in the usernames in the description below. I hope you all enjoyed my review of The Whale. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell for my latest review goes live. If you guys want to see any of my previous 2 reviews, please click on the right there or right there. And of course, if my next review or video goes live, I will see you all next time.